Hi guys, alright, welcome to another video. Today's an interesting one because this is not one that I've ever covered before, and so I think it's time we do it. Today we're going to talk about cheating. Alright, getting right into it. I'm not going to tell you that cheaters suck, because we all kind of know that that's the thing. But, so what I'm going to talk about is how do we beat the cheaters? Or at least don't get as messed up or destroyed by them. I had a very interesting situation the other day on stream where I actually was, I'm 100% sure that this person was cheating against me with a, well, I would have said Wallhack originally, but I think this is actually more of an ESP, which I'm going to go over all the different types of cheats that generally tend to be used in here. I'm going to talk about how what the things that you can do to try and counteract what the other what the other person's doing, and the end result, what we're going to have in the long run with this. So, all right, so I'm going to be having the video playing in the background here, and you're going to be able to see right off the bat, I am going to be getting shot at almost immediately from getting in onto this raid. I get shot at right as I'm going up these steps here, and it's not apparent to me immediately that that's something that is is a problem at first. I mean, obviously it's a problem, like getting shot at any point, but it's very awkward that someone would be able to spot me immediately and know that they have a certain range on me. It was pretty spot on. So this person knew their range, is what I'm thinking. But what actually ends up happening is, as you watch this, you'll see where the shots actually land right next to me, and I'm not even visible. Like, I shouldn't be seen by the opponent. I'm right up against a wall and not giving them any view that they can shoot at me with. So, and then as the video progresses, you see eventually I get behind a concrete wall and you can hear bullets pinging off of a surface, and based on where the bullets are pinging, where I'm at, and where they should be, they shouldn't be able to see me. However, they're still shooting multiple rounds that direction. So that's how you can tell that somebody's cheating. So, all right, the things that I've got here. All right, I'm not going to cover speed hacking, because speed hacking in a first-person shooter game is often, sometimes it's literally just somebody whose network connection is not 100%, and you just see the person zipping across the screen. It's very rare you even see a speed hacker, because it happens so fast that you can't really tell. So it's very often that you can, that speed hacking is misrepresented. So we're not going to worry about speed hacking. We'll just cross that one out. Let's get out of that. There's 4 hacks that I'm going to reference. All right. We've got Aimbot, which an aimbot is literally like the person aims in your general direction, like they just are directed towards you, and their bullets kind of are directed towards your hitbox. They don't they zero in on a specific spot or something like that. So aimbot is literally like a way of saying that your shots never miss. Okay, that plus one of the other hacks that I'm going to reference here are very similar, but they do about the same thing, but they are produced in a different fashion. The next one I'm going to say is Wallhack. Wallhack is seeing through walls. It's seeing like the outline of someone's character model through a wall, through an opaque surface, which is what I refer to the cheat that it was happening here to me as, but I don't believe that's actually what was being used against me. What I think was actually being used against me was the next one, which is ESP. ESP is where you see the stats of a player, either including their name, maybe what gear they're running, what their health is, things like that. You see that through through a solid wall, through a solid surface, something like that. Okay, so seeing those stats, and sometimes the Wallhack and the ESP are actually combined, so you actually get the character model plus the stats, so you can kind of tell what's going on. So basically, like, those two are usually found hand in hand. However, Wallhacks alone are good enough, but I think that this person was actually using a combination of both. I don't think that they were using just Wallhacks, but I'm not positive. It's really hard to tell what's getting used against you. And the last one is Hitbox. Hitbox is basically where, you know, in the game, the character model has a certain set of boxes around the body, okay? Hitbox cheats tend to increase the size of that hitbox. Now imagine if you could increase that size of hitbox to almost the entire map. It wouldn't matter where you aimed, whatever, as long as you're in the direction of the player, it would automatically hit them. I don't think that was being used here, and I don't think an aimbot was being used. I literally think that the person just knew where I was at and was shooting at me. But let's go ahead and talk about the things that you can do to counteract this. Now, the TLDR of this, the fact that you guys have waited this long for it, I'm very happy that you're here. And of course, if you want to throw a sub to the YouTube and come watch me on Twitch, I do stream at about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on varying days, depending on when my wife works. So, but you can check me right now. I might be live. In fact, I'm going to go live right after this video goes up. So, but the way that you generally are going to look at this is that the people who are using the cheats are going to still be trying to use certain mannerisms that you would counteract with regular gameplay. So if somebody, like in this video where I'm getting sniped at and shot at from a distance, I'm going to try and put barriers between myself and them, okay? So either walls, hills, like other forms of you know, other things that block. And so what it comes down to is Aimbot, Wallhack, ESP, and Hitbox. There are, I would say that the only one that you can't do anything about is probably Hitbox. Because if they increase your hitbox large enough, they can hit you from any distance, because your hitbox will be large enough and it'll just register a hit. It's basically changing the game to register a hit whenever there shouldn't be one. However, Aimbot, still very similar. They still have to actually be able to see your hitbox. So if they can't see your hitbox, aiming at you doesn't let them get a straightforward shot. Okay? So this, by blocking, will help. However, you have to get cover fast enough, and you have to basically be faster than their reactions. Wall hacking and ESP, they're going to know your exact location, which is really bad for you. However, it's also very good for you. And I don't have the text for it now, but I've been getting spammed on Instagram a offer to buy a cheat, and this cheat says wall hack, and this wall hack does leave a statement of a certain amount of distance inside buildings and a certain amount of distance outside buildings. So when you're in a larger area, you have a little bit more distance that it covers, and what it said was 400 meters. I remember that 400 meters very, very well, okay? That 400 meters makes a difference. So the map that I'm on this video is Reserve. And if anybody's ever done any sniping from Dome, you kind of have an idea as to about how far the distance is from Dome out to railway station, whereas I'm heading. And so if you get over 400 meters, they're not even going to be able to see your character model anymore. That's an advantage. So if you have a map that you can close that distance, make that distance far enough, okay, then you can use that to your advantage to get away from them, or at least get enough cover so that they have to be looking constantly. And the thing is, the people who are doing this, they don't want to wait around. They want to get their kills and get whatever loot they can and get out, okay? That's what they're trying to do. So make distance between you,
Are you
put
freaking
cover
kidding
between
me?
you, but like for the most part, you're not trying to engage this. However,
What the
the
literal hell?
thing you can take away from this is that it's rather easy to pinpoint where everything's coming from.
He's 100%
So
cheating.
it's also kind of rare that you even get the chance to survive against a person who's cheating. If they do it properly, they're not going to shoot until they get close up, and then you're losing advantages. Like you're losing your cover ability and such, and so putting a wall between you, you have to start running. And they'll also know when you're running. So there's things like that. What I want you to focus on is that whenever you are getting shot, focus on the things like what you see in the video here. You're going to be seeing and hearing things like shots coming at your direction whenever you're behind cover. And there's no reason they should be shooting at you. When you start seeing that, you know what's going on. And the last thing you can do is ditch your gear. Now, given your gear can be seen through the ESP, that's the only hack that they can see your gear being thrown down in a spot, because they'll see the gear on the map too. Okay? So if you see something like that, like where they're shooting you, you can throw your gear down, but throw it down in a spot where they can't get to, or it makes it a problem to get to. Like, obviously, I have a minefield right next to me. You can run out to the minefield. Yes, you're gonna die. Okay? But if you're gonna die, you might as well take your gear with you. Or you can get a little ways out, make it a threat. People generally don't go out there, and you can put your gear in spots like that, so that it becomes a threat for even somebody who's hacking to actually go after what you've got. All right? Or you can put it in a spot that's inaccessible, like if you throw it in water, they're not going to be able to reach it. They can't actually grab the loot from that. Make it a difficult task for them to retrieve your valuables, and as long as you've purchased your insurance, then you're good. Now, obviously, in transference to other games, like obviously I'm talking about Escape from Tarkov here, in transference to other games, if you are in a lobby with a cheater, you got to just report them and then get out of that lobby. That's literally the only thing you're going to be able to do, and it's likely if they're cheating, they're going to direct you out of that lobby soon anyway, and that really stinks. Cheating sucks. So all we can really do is just report and try and get the game developers to put in fixes as much as they can. The quicker they're going to be able to locate the cheaters, the quicker we're going to be able to get rid of them, or at least slow their process. So that's what I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been here to the end, please leave a comment down below. Let me know that you got here, and that things that if things helped you, if this is an advantage for you at any point. Let's hope that we can eliminate as much as we can in the way of cheaters. And if you see any videos that involve cheating and advertising cheats, don't buy cheats, guys. You're better than that. You can be better than that, and I know you can. And in addition to that, give them some thumbs down. Give this one a thumbs up. Give them a thumbs down. Like, those are not progressive videos towards making this game a better game, but making any game a better game, in all honesty. But thanks a lot, guys. As I said, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch right after I put this video up, but if you see it later than that, go check and see if I am live. I usually stream starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if not, you can check out whoever I'm hosting and give them some love too. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. And enjoy.
There once was a game, Tarkov Sea, the apple of the eye of old Nikita. But there's a problem, makes us those hacker boys all can blow. Me. Soon will the Hackerman come to take our loot and end our run. One day when the cheating is done, we might give labs a go. I had not been 2 steps in shoreline resorts, east wing, first floor, red card defenders, RGB forced me off to the lobby I go. Soon will the Hackerman come to take our loot and end our run. One day when the cheating is done, we might give labs a go. Reserve loot run at 5 a.m. I'm broke from sudden cheek division. Low pop server at launch selection still won't help me, I know. Soon will the Hackerman come to take our loot and end our run. One day when the cheating is done, we might give labs a go.